is probably internet access. That's probably the number one thing, is I want to get this thing online all the time. So it's how simple it is to make the Wi-Fi work, to make the 3G work, how much time that takes. And that's a solved problem. That's why smartphones sell, because you can switch it on, internet works, Facebook works. It wasn't before. It used to be a big thing. So if you can do this in a very lightweight fashion, you can get this process where you can go through development and design without having to think too much up front. Now, why open source? Well, the argument in the story is that open source lets us do this better. It's not that we can't do this in closed source. We can do it really well in closed source. But open source gives us a bigger scale. And in a free and fair market, open source will beat closed source in the same game. My community, the products I work on, ZeroMQ is a messaging product. And we fight very large companies, and we beat them. We make better product, make it cheaper, and we move into new problems faster than the largest companies. Our biggest competitor is IBM, and they have hundreds of engineers working on this problem, and we do it better. And it's not because we're smarter, it's because we are better organized, which is a weird thing. So why communities? Why not just say, here's a product, let's open source the product? Well, there's a city called Astana, which is some random planned capital. No one lives in Astana. It's just a symbolic city built by planners where people are told, you must go and live in Astana. Nobody wants to live there. The same as Brasilia. When you make software as a community, you build the software, you own the software. It's not enough to say, here's open source, now let's join in. People have to be involved in the process of building the software. It's the same internally. If your internal teams are given a package of software to look after, they become maintainers. It's a horrible task. But if they're involved in the design, the thought, they get attached to the software, they will look after it over time. Software is about people.